So a few months ago, I decided it would be a great idea to rebrand my Etsy store, change my niche, and go ahead and document everything to share here on YouTube. So this is month 2 of the journey. So if you haven't seen the first video, I'm gonna go ahead and link it in the description box below. Now in month 2, I'm gonna be sharing today the revenue, how I was able to increase over 400% of revenue. I'm also gonna be sharing 3 tips that helped me increase that revenue. Also show you behind the scenes, my revenue, as well as the new niche that I have started in this Etsy store. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so here we are on the back end. And before I jump into the 3 things that you should be focusing on if you want to see growth in your store, I want to show you my results. So what I've been doing, if this is the first time you're watching this type of video, is that I'm tracking the journey of the store that I'm going to be rebranding and growing. My goal is to get to $1,000 per month and then show you exactly what I have done in order to get there. Now, this particular store, I had it for years. And this one, I used to use it just to test out different things. I had maybe about 21 listings for a very long time. And I had more resources for Etsy sellers. I decided to rebrand the store and use this particular store because I have over 700,000 free listings. And I really didn't want to lose those listings. So that's the reason I thought this would be a great opportunity to kind of show you guys how to grow a store and use those listings at the same time. So like I said in my previous video, if you have watched it, I've made $21.86 on my first month. In the last 30 days, I have made $130. So that is an increase of 494%. So I'm going to reveal to you now the 3 things that I did and I'm focusing on and that you should be focusing on in order to see growth. Now, before that, I kind of do want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer. When I started the store, my thought was, okay, I'm going to do wedding and special events because that's what I've always done on Etsy and it does really well. The reason why the wedding and special events does really well is because you could upsell to people. And even though on Etsy, they make it a little bit hard to have bumper orders or upselling or downselling, you could actually do that yourself. And what I mean by that is when you have a customer that pays you, let's say $12, how can you increase their average order value? How can you get that $12 to turn into $80? And when people are in buying mode, like when they're buying at that given moment, that's when you want to do those bumper up sales and down sales. You don't want to do it later, like 6 months later. And what I was doing in my store, my original store that I ended up selling, is that I was doing all of the above. I was doing bumper orders, I was doing up sales and down sales. So the bumper order, I would offer that person as soon as they purchase from me and I finished the order. And at that time, I was editing all of the orders. I was doing Photoshop, like printables. Now in this particular store, I'm just selling Canva templates because I didn't want to do any editing. And I wanted to do something that they buy it, they do it themselves, even if I have to lower the price a little bit. So back then when I had my store, after I edit everything, I built report with them. They're happy. I would do a bumper order, which means I would say, hey, if you get the following, whatever product they buy, I will match it with relevant products that they will want. I will give you these 3 products for this price. Most of the time they would say yes, because of the fact that when you are a bride, you want everything to match. You want the sign with the matching RSVP, with the matching table number, with the matching, etc., etc., etc. So I would take those best sellers and I would bundle them up and I will have them buy that. So that order that was like, let's say $6.99 or $7 or $5 will end up into like $35, $40. So my average order value grew. And then what I would do is once they purchase from me, I will always send them the file and I will also send them like a thank you PDF with you would like this collection. When they click on the collection, it's the collection that they purchased. So if they bought a sign with pink flowers, I would send them 60 additional products. They went with that sign for their wedding. And guess what happened? I had all these upsells. People would come back and be like, I love her customer service. She was amazing. Let me go ahead and buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes even more. In there, I had a coupon code. So if you buy 6 or more, you get a discount. That's how I get so many sales. It was ridiculous. It was so easy to do that. So what I ended up doing is, because Etsy doesn't let us do upsells and downsales like you would normally do on Thrivecart or any other platform, I ended up doing my own little hack that worked. So I knew that if I did that here, I could grow it. And it has been growing because of that as well, even though I haven't got into collections yet. But after doing a little bit more of research online, I started realizing that AI clip art is kind of blowing up on Etsy. And AI is something that's really gotten my attention the last year. It's made me a lot of money. It's made me more interested in using it. And I think I love the creative side of creating prompts and creating AI beautiful images that I could sell as clip art, or that I could create things with it, because you could also use these for like invitations or do your own projects. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you're selling them just as AI clip art. But this is kind of the niche that I'm going to. So now this store is rebranding all over again, because this is the niche that I'm kind of going to go into. I'm going into now to test it out, especially after seeing a lot of stores in 2023, 2024, brand new stores getting 100,000 sales or more doing exactly the same thing. So if you are interested, let's say learning how to create clip art, comment the word clip art below. I will send you a link where you could sign up and get more information about my new course. And I would, the first page that I send you, or the first email I send you, you'll have a video. Just listen to the video, read everything. It will have everything detailed, exactly what I will be teaching you. So if you're interested in learning more, again, comment the word clip art. So let's go ahead and dive into the 3 things that you should be focusing on. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 3 things that you could start applying to your very own Etsy store to increase your sales, regardless of what you sell. Whether you sell print on demand, vintage, digital products, physical products, you have a little bit of everything. It doesn't matter. These 3 tips are really going to help you. So make sure to take a pen and paper out so you could take notes and apply this to your own store. So the first one is, you want to leverage Etsy ads on proven best sellers. And what I mean by that is that what I technically did is, my first month I didn't run ads, because I wanted to see what listings were performing without ads. I wanted to see, what are people clicking, liking, saving, and buying. Once I figure out those top best-selling listings, then in month 2, I started running ads on them. Essentially, that's what I did. And that's why majority of my increase of income was because of that. It's because of the ads. And the reason why this works is because those products already showed that they are best sellers. Those products show that they convert really well. The photo, I guess I did a really good job with it. The SEO, maybe I have a few keywords in there that I'm ranking for already. All of those things are helping me. I have a good listing description. And when you run the ad, it just puts more eyes on that listing. And because I know that it already performs well, it's more likely to sell. The problem that many Etsy sellers face, including myself in the past, when I was still learning how Etsy ads work, is that we tend to take a $10 budget and put it in all of the ads. And when you do that, you're essentially like wasting money, in my opinion, because you're putting money on ads that you don't really know, or on listings that are not really performing. And you're just wasting that money when you could put it on the listings that are performing, that could bring you more sales. And then if you have strategies in the back, like if you have bumper orders or upsells or downsales, that eventually will help you make more money. And a lot of times, majority of our listings don't bring us sales. It's a percentage of them that are the ones that sell, and possibly get you the additional sales of the other ones. So keep that in mind. So you want to only run ads on the ones that are your best selling. You don't want to run ads on every single one. You want to run them on the ones that have a high conversion rate that you know you have sold over and over and over without running ads. And again, what this works is because you're not gambling on a new listing or something untested. You're promoting what already converts. And how you could apply this to your store right now, just start small with ads. You could start with like $5. And then at the end of the month, you could say, okay, this is how much I spend with ads. This is how much I made with the ads. Is it worth me continuing? If your return on ad spend is over $1, meaning for every dollar you put, you get $1, then you keep the ads because that makes sense. It makes sense to keep running them, and then you want to scale them up. So the following month, instead of doing $5, you're going to do $10. And that's how you scale your ads little by little. Never start an ad campaign at $100 because Etsy will spend your $100 regardless if you make a sale. They don't care. They want that money. So you want to start small and start learning how to properly do Etsy ads. So you're not blowing off money or just spending so much money on ads, but the revenue is not there, or you're spending more on ads than you actually are being profitable. That's a huge thing. So keep that in mind. Start small, kind of grow based on the data that you have. If your ads are not performing and you're running ads and you're still not making sales, then you have to go back and look at your listings. You have to look at your SEO, your actual product, your photos, and your listing description. Those are the 4 main components of why people buy. So this is the first thing that I did, or the second thing I did this month, right? The second month of rebranding it. But this is a strategy that I use time and time over time. The second thing I did is that I optimized titles and descriptions with high performing keywords. So basically I focus on high performing keywords and strategically place them at the beginning of my titles and descriptions. What does that mean? Is that even if other keywords were not perfect, or I struggle to find new ones, or I struggle to find good ones, in other words, I double down on what worked. So being intentional with keyword placement is going to make my listing more searchable. So essentially what I mean by this is that if I do keyword research and for whatever reason, the product that I'm selling, I find 2 really good keywords. And let's say these keywords have, 1,000 monthly searches and only 9,000 in competition. But then the other keywords are not that great. I can't find more keywords. Like I'm struggling. I've tried everything from long tail keywords to multi-phrases to one single keyword. I mean, I've done everything. I've searched for keywords, and for some reason, for this particular product, I can't find nothing else. What you want to do is you want to kind of like reorganize your keywords from the best keyword to the worst keyword. And the keyword that has the highest search volume, or maybe the 2 top keywords or the top 3 keywords, those are your focus keywords. You're going to put the main keyword in the beginning of your title because it holds the most weight for SEO. It's important to put it right in the beginning of the title. That's what that means. You're going to put it in your actual listing description. And then you're going to take the second highest keyword and add it to your title, add it to your description. And then the additional keywords, you still want to add them in your title, in your description, because it is an Etsy SEO factor to rank on Etsy, but you want to take advantage of the high performing ones. A lot of times people do keyword research. They have a whole bunch of keywords. They never really paid attention to which one is the one that is going to bring me the most traffic. Let me use that as my main keyword. And then the additional ones, I still use them. They're relevant. They don't have that much traffic, but this is the one that's going to carry the traffic or bring in the most weight. That's what you want to focus on. So a lot of times we're so focused on, I need to find 13 good keywords. If you can't find them, you can't find them, but try to find 1 or 2 at least that will carry the weight. It's better to have two good keywords that are bringing you an average of, let's say, potential 2,000 views, than having all these keywords that are all over the place. You don't have no traction. And even the keywords were good, you didn't use them as your focus keyword. You didn't tell Etsy, this is my main keyword that I want to use in my title, that I want you to use as the page title of that page, etc. So you want to focus on those keywords. And why this work is because Etsy's search algorithm prioritizes keywords placed at the beginning of the title, like I said, and description. And also keep in mind, make sure that you do keyword research all the time. You could use tools like eRank, Marmalade, Allure is another great one. And again, you want to place the most relevant, high converting keyword prominently in your title, in the first few lines, in your description. This is the most important area to put your keywords. So this is something else that I focus on. There's a lot of keywords that I have that are super competitive, or there's a lot of keywords that don't have a lot of traction for some reason, but one keyword has like 2,000 monthly searches and every other keyword is like 150, 500. So I focus on that main one. You want to do that for every single listing. And the third thing that I focus on is adding new listings weekly to stay fresh. And the reason why is because Etsy's algorithm favors shops that are regularly updated. And this is going to signal to Etsy that your shop is active, which can boost your overall shop ranking. And it's also going to encourage repeat customers' engagement, because every time that you add a new listing, if somebody has favored your store before, and you add a new listing, or let's say that you have a sale, like a new sale, they get notified in their dashboard by Etsy. So that actually helps you a lot. And what I did was I was committed to adding new listings weekly, at least a minimum of 3 to 5 new listings per week. And I'm going to continue doing that. And that really has helped me grow also my shop views. So what I recommend how you could do this is just set a schedule to consistently add new listings or refresh existing ones. You don't have to create entirely new products every week either. So if you want to like update your photos, if you update your description, if you update tags on older listings, that counts as an activity. Let's say that you update your shop announcement, or you update your about me section of your store. Like you have an okay about me, you're like, I'm going to write it better. You update your banner, you update your logo, or you update your profile picture. These are all things that you could do that will send that signal that your store is active. These are the things that you have to do. But these 3 things have moved the needle for me. And I wanted to show you while I was talking to you guys, I actually got another sale. Let me show you right now. Give me a few seconds here. So when I started this video, I was at $7.89. Right now I'm at $7.90. And I had a $4 increase in the last few minutes. So if you follow these 3 steps, you should definitely see a growth in your store. If you like these videos, if you're enjoying like almost like behind the scenes of what exactly I'm doing, let me know by liking this video and leaving a comment below, because when you guys respond and engage with my content, it really tells me that, okay, you are enjoying this, you're not getting bored, and you're taking something out of it. If you have any additional questions about anything that I talked about, feel free to leave a comment below, and it will be my pleasure to further assist you and clarify any questions that you guys may have. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please drop them below. It will be my pleasure to further assist you. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.